Hello students and friends, and welcome to my channel IIT Olympiad and AP Physics with Ambarish, and I'm here with another exciting challenge for all of you, and the challenge is titled A Broken Warm Heart. So what's the challenge? A heart-shaped thin shell is symmetrically broken into two parts and then joined with an insulating seam, a planar loop. So you can see this is a heart and this was broken, and we have put a seam to join the two halves together like this. The surface area of entire heart is 8A. The entire area is 8A. That means left side 4A, right side 4A. While that enclosed in the planar loop is A. So planar loop is going around this, and in this the area enclosed is A. That is given. If right half of the heart is maintained at a temperature T0 and the surrounding temperature is 0 Kelvin, estimate the temperature of the left half. Assume that there is only radiative heat transfer and treat the shell as a perfectly conducting convex black body. So this is the problem from radiation, and right now you can pause the video for say about 5 to 10 minutes to give it a try, and after you have tried it you can see the solution immediately after this. Alright, so let me present the solution. Now this is based on a very important concept that is called the concept of shape factor reciprocity theorem. So now what is this shape factor reciprocity theorem? Although in JEE we do not normally use it, but still its understanding can help you correctly proceed with problems regarding radiation in IIT JEE also. So let's try to understand what's shape factor reciprocity theorem. So now let us say you have two areas. This is area A1 and the other one is the area A2, and let's say A1 is radiating some heat to A2 and A2 is radiating some heat to A1. So now what is the total heat radiated by A1? That is sigma A1 T to the power 4. This is the heat radiated if it's a black body. So we are assuming that it's a black body. And similarly, what's the total heat radiated by area A2? That is sigma A2 T to the power 4. And what's this F12 and F21? So let me explain F21 and F12. So there are two black surfaces A1 and A2 at temperature T, and F12 is the fraction of radiant energy emitted by 1 that falls on 2. So whatever it's emitting, so some fraction is falling on 2. So F12 is that fraction. Similarly, F21 is what? Fraction of radiant energy that is emitted by 2 that falls on 1. Now there's a relation between F12A1 and F21A2, and that's given by, that's called the shape factor reciprocity theorem. Now what's that and what's the logic behind that we can see now. So now since both the areas are at temperature T, so there's thermal equilibrium and there should not be any net heat exchange between surface 1 and surface 2, and this can also be seen in terms of second law of thermodynamics. Spontaneously it cannot happen that one surface is cooling down and the other surface is heating up. So we can say that there is no heat exchange, net heat exchange between surface 1 and surface 2 if their temperatures are same. So that means what? I can say that F12 sigma A1 T to the power 4. So this is the total heat radiated and multiplied by the fraction. So this is the fraction that goes from 1 to 2. And that should be equal to F21 into sigma into A2 T to the power 4. So this is the total heat emitted by 2, and this is the multiplied by the fraction of the heat that goes from 2 to 1 of the total heat. This is the fraction of the total heat that's going. Okay. So this is basically this statement translated into maths is written in this equation, just the previous statement. So now you can clearly see that you can cancel off T to the power 4 and you can cancel off sigma, and what you will get? F12A1 is equal to F21A2. So this is a very important equation in radiation. That is fraction of heat that goes from 1 to 2 multiplied by area of 1 should be equal to fraction of heat that goes from 2 to 1 multiplied by area A2. This is shape factor reciprocity. Now this is something important. So we assume that the two temperatures are equal to prove the shape factor reciprocity. But then you know that the heat radiated by a body is purely a geometrical thing. So imagine there's a fountain over here, and the fountain is spreading water everywhere, and some fraction of that water is falling on this one, and this is a gravity free fountain. So you know that the fraction of heat that goes from 2 to 1, that should be independent of the temperature. The fraction alone should be independent. Although total heat will depend on temperature, but fraction should be independent of temperature because it's only a geometrical thing. Okay, so even though we have used equilibrium for proving this result, but this result is generally true. F12 into A1 is equal to F21 into A2. Okay, even when the temperatures are unequal. And now I use this thermal equilibrium argument. The same result is also rigorously proved using what is known as Lambert's cosine law. And if you want to see the detailed maths of it, that can be seen in standard thermodynamics textbooks. Not thermodynamics, I mean the heat transfer textbooks. And for example, there's a textbook by Sengel. So in that a detailed derivation is given, and similarly there's another book by Incropera. You can refer to the Lambert's cosine law and detailed derivation using mathematics in those books. We are going to use now this as a standard fact. This is always true for the radiating bodies. F12 into A1 is equal to F21 into A2, all Lambertian emitters. So now coming to the problem at hand. So there is this is the broken heart, which is tied by the seam. Left side I am calling, left surface I am calling as surface 3, right surface I am calling as surface 1. And this has got area 4A, this also has a area 4A. And let's say right surface we had given in the problem that temperature is T0, and we want to evaluate T, the temperature of the left part. So now, and this I am calling as surface 2. So seam is going around this heart, and you can imagine that the loop around the heart, if you see from the side, this will look like this, and there is some surface area enclosed within this loop, the planar surface area. So this I am calling as the surface 2, and this area is A according to the problem. So what is happening, since all the radiation that goes from 1 to 3 must pass through 2. So surface 1 to 3, you know that any photon that's coming from 1 to 3, that has to pass through this guitar pick shaped surface. Okay, so it will pass through surface 2. So that's why we can say that fraction of energy that goes from 1 to 3 is same as the fraction of energy that goes from 1 to 2. Now 2 is not really a metallic surface, but still, even with the imaginary surface, you know that since shape factor is purely a geometric thing, so we can also talk about F12 and F13. So we can say that F13, that's fraction that goes from 1 to 3, is same as what would have gone if there were some surface at 2, some metallic surface would have been kept at 2. So that's why I'm saying F13 is equal to F12, where 2 would have been an imaginary surface. Okay, so this equation is fine. And then also we know that F21 is equal to 1. So if there were a surface kept at 2, so whatever energy it will radiate from the right hand side, that all that energy will go to 1, and from the left side whatever it radiates, that will go to surface 3. I mean the inner surface I'm calling as 3 right now. So F21 is 1. F21 is what? From the middle surface to the right surface, that is 1. Because it is a flat surface and completely enclosed by 1, so whatever radiation it emits, it has to fall on 1. And also I mentioned in the problem that it's a assume that it's a convex surface. So if it is a convex surface, that means from outer surface from here to here also we can ignore any radiation. Although I mean in the graphic you can see it looks like a concave surface, and that's just for aesthetics. I wanted to make a nice heart, but it's to be assumed that it's like a convex heart completely, and there's no radiation going from this part to this part. If it's convex, obviously that will not happen. So now using shape factor reciprocity, I can say that F21 into A is equal to F12 into 4A. So F12 into A, I mean the theorem that I just stated. So fraction that goes from 2 to 1, imaginary surface, into area of this is equal to F12 into 4A. So that gives you F12. That is energy that goes from 1 to 2 is F21 divided by 4, and F21 was anyway 1. So that means what? Whatever the inner surface of 1 is emitting, only 1/4 of that energy is crossing the surface 2. So where is the other part going? Other part it is radiating to itself. So you can also say that F11 is 3/4. The inner surface is 3/4 of the energy is falling on itself, and 1/4 is crossing through to the surface 3. So then, using these two equations, this F13 equal to F12 and the equation 2, and by symmetry, you also know that whatever is the fraction 1 to 3 is same as the fraction from 3 to 1, because the heart is symmetric about this loop. So F13 and F31 both have to be 1/4, because we showed that one of them to be F13 is same as F12, and F12 we have shown to be 1/4. So F13 and F31 both are 1/4. This to this 1/4 radiation is going, and this to this also 1/4 of whatever is being emitted is going. Okay. So now we are very close to the solution. We just need to now see the energy balance. So now look at this. This is 4A. So what is the energy emitted by this? Sigma into 4A into T naught to the power 4. This is the energy emitted by the inner surface of 1. Okay, and why we are multiplying it by 1/4? Because 1/4 of whatever is emitted is going to the surface 3. So this is the energy that is going from surface 1 to surface 3. And now what is going from surface 3 to surface 1? That will be, so total emission is sigma into 4A into T to the power 4, and 1/4 of that is going from here to here. So this is the net energy that surface 3 is receiving. So whatever it got from 1 minus whatever it gave to 1. So this is the net energy that surface 3 is receiving from 1. And this should be equal to, in thermal equilibrium, whatever the energy surface 3 is receiving from inside, that the same energy surface 3 should be emitting to the surroundings, and surroundings are at 0 Kelvin. So we can assume that there's no radiation coming from surroundings. So we can simply say that this is equal to sigma into 4A into T to the power 4. That is the radiation given by surface 3 to surroundings. Okay. Now from this we can straight away we can solve this equation, and solving this we will get 1/4 sigma into, just rearrange this, and we just take T over here, and we straight away get T is equal to T naught divided by 5th root of 5. So this is the answer to the problem. Now, so that was the latest challenge from my Facebook page that I presented here on my YouTube channel. Now this is the name of my channel, IIT Olympiad and AP Physics with Ambarish, and my Facebook page also has got exactly the same name, and you can visit that page for more exciting problems. And this is the link to my Facebook page, and I request you all to like, share and subscribe, and I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and please do refer my page and my YouTube channel to your friends and fellow students. Thank you very much for watching this video.